This message is for young people in the foster care system right now. You have a superpower. I know that it sounds so cliche, a little silly, but I'm going to get into exactly what your superpower is. But those of us that don't understand, maybe you're not a foster kid, maybe you're a foster parent or a social worker or just an adult that happens to be working with foster kids like a CASA or a Big Brother or something like that. Let me explain a couple of things to you before we get into the superpower of our foster youth. You're ripped away, sometimes in the middle of the night, from your mom, your dad, your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle, your grandfather, someone that you know that you're living with. You're ripped out of that home and placed into a stranger's house. Best case scenario, a lot of cases they're placed into a juvenile detention center or a boys camp or girls camp or something like that, where you're just with a bunch of people that you don't know, a bunch of strangers. Think about the trust issues that act alone creates. Why do our youth not trust us as adults? Well, we kind of screw them a lot. We kind of break that trust a lot. And I'm not saying that it's always for bad reasons. It's probably for a very good reason that they're ripped away from their home because their parents were abusive, sexually, physically, both. It was an unfit home. In my case, my mom couldn't control me. So they took me out of the house after being sentenced to a boys camp for 2 years. And I'll share a story with you. While I was at the boys camp, my mom died, leaving me with no one. No family, no aunts, no uncles, no brothers, no sisters, no one. So I was a ward of the state, and I went from group home to foster home to juvenile detention from age 13 to age 18 until I joined the Air Force. Luckily, I had a couple of amazing people in my life. I had a CASA, Ron Barnick, and I had a martial arts instructor who was a psychologist at one of the group homes that I was at, Sensei Otto Johnson, that saved my life. They saved my life. I don't want to get into my story too much. That's my book back there. You guys can go find the book if you want to read the story. But this message is for foster youth. Right now, you're probably thinking, my life sucks. I'm not worth a lot. I don't have a lot going for myself. This is very difficult. And you know what? Some of that is true. It is difficult. It's already hard for a young person to go through life. Hell, it's hard for everybody to go through life, but especially a young person that was just thrown into a disadvantaged situation. You know, you had no choice over who your parents were, what situation your parents are in, who your family is, where you're born. You had no agency. You had no choice over that. You had nothing to do with that. It just happened. You also had nothing to do with the fact that you were taken away from that environment and placed to another one. It's not your fault. Even if you were like me, even if your first arrest was for armed robbery at age 11, it's still not your fault. Why do I say that? Because you're a product of your environment. You're not born bad. You're not born to be an angry, upset person, a mistrusting person. You're not born to be a liar or a thief. That's not who you were born to be. Your environment may have made you that way, but you weren't born that way. This is important to remember. This has a lot to do with your superpower. So it's unfortunate. You're at a disadvantage. That's just the truth. Facts are facts. Your parents weren't rich. You don't have all the advantages in the world. You don't have a college fund. You're not getting into Princeton or Harvard unless you work really, really hard. That's kind of the point. That's kind of your superpower. But you got to harness your superpower. You got to dig deep into your superpower and figure this out. Let me share what I think every youth in foster care has in common with each other. Let me share this. Your superpower is tenacity, is resilience, is drive, is that I'm going to get it done. Why? You were taken away from what you know and placed into what you don't know, and you're going to survive that. That's more than most young people have ever survived. Going through life feeling like you're totally alone. So no matter where you're at in this process, what I want you to develop is resiliency. Resiliency. What does resiliency mean? That means the tenacity, the drive to just go, you know what? This situation sucks, but I'm going to do something about it. This situation sucks, but I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to be stronger after it. I'm going to be better, bigger, more impactful after it. That's it. Your superpower was given to you through your adversity. What's adversity? Through the fact that you had to endure something that most young people have never fathomed enduring, never dreamt about. Your friends at school that are not in foster care or juvenile detention or boys camps or boys homes, they have never endured anything closely related to what you have. You were ripped away and put somewhere else. Maybe you were forgotten about. Maybe you were abandoned. Maybe you were abused. Maybe you were physically abused, sexually abused. All that stuff doesn't matter anymore because you're going to get over that. You're going to get some good people in your corner. You're going to get a good therapist. You're going to get a good social worker. You're going to get a good mentor. You're going to get a good foster parent. You're going to get somebody in your corner to give you the tools to develop the resiliency that is your superpower. The one thing that has made me highly successful, I don't want to brag, but I'm going to tell you that I'm 40-something years old and I'm retired in Greece and I'll never have to work for money again after serving 24 years in the Air Force, after I couldn't get in the Air Force. I didn't even pass the test, the ASVAB, to get into the Air Force when I was 18, 19 years old. Didn't even pass it, okay? But resiliency made me say, no, I'm going to do great. I'm going to study my butt off. I'm going to get this. Because I want it, because I'm hungry for it, because I need it. You have to survive. No. You have to be great. You don't have to survive. You have to be great. And once you get there, you have to give back. I hope this video goes viral. I hope this video gets to every youth in the foster system right now, because your superpower is the fact that you are going to develop the utmost resiliency, tenacity, and drive that there's ever been known. Oh, that's what gets me. That's why I have been successful. That's why I've been a martial artist. I own 3 martial arts schools. I've done so much awards and all of this stuff. Why? Because I don't take no for an answer. I don't give up. I don't care about the doors that are closed. I open them up again and again and again. I don't care, because what's worse What I had to go through as a child or this stuff? We can all answer that. Come on, guys. Being ripped away from your family, being abused. I had a young man, I'll never forget this young guy, I still talk to him to this day, that was in a foster home. He was placed into a foster home because he was sexually abused by his parents, only to be sexually abused by his foster parents. Let me say this again. His mom and dad, biological family, sexually abused him. He got placed into a foster home where his foster parents, one of his foster parents, sexually abused him. He is killing it as an adult. He is doing so great. He's doing good stuff. He has a family. He's doing great. He's amazing because he figured out that this was his superpower. Are you going to let your past control your future? Tell me, are you actively letting your past control your future? Why? If the answer is yes, why? Figure out how to get over your past so you can focus on your damn future, because you matter. I'm telling you, we can do amazing things, you guys. We can be so amazing. Far more amazing than your counterparts, than your friends. Oh my goodness. So much more amazing. If you get your superpower refined and get into that, the resiliency, the tenacity, the drive that you have for life, you're not going to give up. If you get to the point where you're healthy, that's your job. Get to the point where you're healthy. Get people around you that push you up, elevate you, get you better, get you over your past so you can use your past for your future. And once you get to the point where you're doing that, you're unstoppable. You are completely, absolutely, 100% unstoppable. Nothing will get in your way of what you want. Nothing. When the door closes, you open it. When the door closes, you open it. When the door closes, you open it. When the door closes and somebody locks it, you bang that door down. Kick it in because you want it. Because you know what it feels like to not have. And you don't like it. You use that past for your future. Don't be a product of your past. Don't. You deserve more. You are more. You can be more. Okay, I'm done preaching, you guys. I wanted this to be a 5-minute video, and I just go, I'm so happy that this came to my mind, and I want you to make this video go viral. I want you to send it to every foster youth out there, every foster parent, every social worker, everyone that's working with young people in the foster care system or in juvenile detention centers or group homes or foster home. Get this video to them because they're going to be inspired. I hope you're inspired. I hope you really believe, because I'm not joking, you guys. I want you to believe that your superpower is your resiliency to life. You're not going to give up. You don't even know what give up is. You don't have it in you. Most of your friends have that give up in them. Math is too hard. I don't think I'm going to pass the math test. Science, I just don't get. You don't know what that's like. You don't give up. You're resilient. You don't care about the door locking and closing because you're going to bang it in. I'm so serious with you right now. I'm so serious. You deserve it. And man, when you get there, Oh, I'm tearing up. I'm so happy. You guys, I'm literally tearing up. I'm just so, oh, I know this video is going to just get you. I know it's going to get into your heart, your mind, your soul, and you're going to say, you know what, Dave, Sensei Dave, I can't give up. I'm there. When you're there, I want you to message me. I'm serious. Every young man, all 400,000 young people in the foster care system, when you see this video, I want you to send me a message at info@upna.net. That's my personal business email address, info@upna.net. I want you to send me a message, and I want you to share with me your resiliency story when you got there. Right when you said, give me some, give me more. Close another door, I dare you. My leg is nice and strong, I'm kicking doors in. I don't care about the doors, Claude, I'm kicking them in. Lock it. Help them lock the door because you're gonna kick it in. I love you guys. I love you guys. Send me a message. Send this to everybody. I'm telling you, this matters. Love you guys. Peace.